Number one, you've got to create more jobs in this economy. If you don't, wages cannot go up. You cannot have tight enough labor markets for working people to command higher wages unless there are more jobs. Here's her plan. Number one, follow every other successful wealthy country and make a serious commitment to energy independence through more homegrown clean energy and energy efficiency, and create 5 million jobs doing it. Now let me say this. This is not just politics. This is what I do for a living now in my post-political life. You look at any other rich country in the world that has growing wages and swelling jobs, they've all made a serious commitment to more energy independence and to save the climate from global warming through homegrown clean energy and through energy efficiency. You could create millions of jobs in this country if you just made more energy efficient every college building, every school building, every government building, every hospital, every auditorium in the United States. You can create millions of jobs in this country if we produce more solar energy, more wind energy, more geothermal energy, more biomass energy. Biomass is a fancy way of saying we should close every landfill in America and use all the garbage to make biofuels or to generate electricity, to clean up the environment, to create more jobs, and to save the planet. Why aren't we doing this? Because we don't have a system to do it. We fund yesterday's energy economy instead of tomorrow's. One of the reasons Hillary won in Ohio is that Ohio has a plant that produces more solar panels than any other one in America. So they're opening a second plant. Guess where? Not America, not China, not Mexico. Germany, where it costs more to do business. Now, why are they going to Germany? They'd rather open another plant in America. Because Germany, with less than a fifth of our land mass, less than a third of our population, where the sun doesn't shine as much, generates more electricity from the sun than we do, because they have a government interested in their kids' future and their jobs and their independence instead of yesterday's energy interests. So Hillary would repeal the subsidies given to the big oil companies, the nuclear companies, in the 2005 Energy Act, put it into a fund to create those kind of jobs for you. And it's one reason you ought to vote for her, because there are 3 people running for president, and she is the only person who voted against the Bush-Cheney energy bill, which was called the best bill corporations could buy. So we got to do that. You can do this everywhere. One of the reasons she won Texas, Texas generates more electricity from wind than any other country on earth. Within 10 years, it'll be known as the wind capital of America, not the oil capital. But you can do it everywhere, see? So you've got to decide if this is important to you. But we can create 5 million jobs. She wants to create 3 million more jobs by fixing the infrastructure of America. The water systems, the sewer systems. We are wasting water to beat the band because we have not modernized our systems in a long time. We need to fix our roads, fix our bridges, and I'll tell you something. Energy jobs and infrastructure jobs cannot be exported. You have to be where the work is in America. These are 8 million jobs we can create in this country in the next couple of years. We've got to do it. Now, the second thing is you have to deal with the cost side of the problems. The number one thing that can be done to cut your energy costs, besides making all the homes and buildings more efficient, is to give people cars that get higher mileage. We should be driving cars that get 50 miles a gallon right now. The technology is right there. Furthermore, and this is why you need a president, you should know that there are 50 Americans today, 50, driving demonstration cars that get 100 miles to the gallon in town and 70 miles on the highway, with technology made in America. Now, why can't you get them? Because the technology costs $10,000 a car and you can't afford that. That's what you need a president for. All of you know that all electrical products go down in price as you put them up in volume, right? Think flat screen televisions, iPods, iPhones. All electrical products do. These batteries are made from a material called lithium, which is mostly in the ground in Latin America, and we need to figure out how to produce them more rapidly. If you could get them down to $2,500 a unit, what they do is basically they create a hybrid car on steroids. You know how hybrid cars work, right? 25 miles a gallon on the battery, then you're on gasoline. These run another 40 miles a day on the battery, which means you go to 40 miles a gallon, you're at 100 miles a gallon. I'm telling you, I talked to one of these guys last week. They are getting 100 miles to the gallon. Think what that would mean to your family's budget. This lady wouldn't have to hold this sign up here. Think of that. The average family would save probably $1,000 a year with that. Think what it would mean for your country. Think what it would mean to the students here for your future. You could say to all those nice people that sell us oil, we've been thinking about it, go on and charge us $117 a barrel. On second thought, charge us $200 a barrel. Charge whatever you want. We're going to keep our $350 billion in America and our families' budgets and our children's future and clean jobs tomorrow to gain the security of America back. Now, why do you need a government? What does this have to do with the presidential election? Because this is what you need research for, to figure out how to make those batteries at affordable prices. When Hillary and I were young, President Kennedy said we had to beat the Russians to the moon. Those of you, and most of you will remember that, right? Of a certain age. Her position on this is simple. Surely if we could beat the world to the moon, we can beat the world to a car battery. If you want to do it, you should vote for her for president, and we'll get that job done. It will change your future for the better.